We headed over to Flower Mound today to look at a listing that just came available by Christy Becca from our brokerage. But it was also on the way to Texas Pinball Festival, which we're going to show you now. I have to tell you that the new pins that have come out, they just keep getting better. Every year, it just seems like they get a little bit better at the digital and mechanical marriage that happens in pinball now. So I want to show you all these pins. As we go through, I'm going to kind of explain some details that are kind of interesting about it. But really, I just want you to enjoy the experience. It is an absolute blast to head out there. Now, keep in mind that if you have any interest in this, we're going to talk a little bit about it at the very end on how you, even if it's not in March, can go and experience this type of culture. Take a look. Well, here we are at the Texas Pinball Festival at the Embassy Suites in Frisco. The crowds were not as bad as I thought they were going to be. And right off the bat, we're going to run into Jersey Jack Pinball's brand new 50th anniversary Godfather pinball machine. It was the first pin we played of the day, and boy, was it worth it.
All right, let's go, Mike. It's safe. Go, go, go. That's all right.
Boy, Jersey Jack definitely knows how to put together an incredible pin. I could have stayed and played Godfather for another 2 hours. Obviously, they also have Toy Story 4 in their lineup as well. We just didn't have the time to play it because we had to get over to Pulp Fiction, which, as you can see, was not going to happen because the lines were insane. Quentin Tarantino approved this pin, and he wanted something nostalgic, so you'll see the playfield is very simple and absolutely one of the traditional styles that you'll see. Galactic Tank Force was another new pin that was out. Some of these pinball companies have spread their wings from other pinball companies that didn't make it through COVID or certain situations that may have developed. Now, the interesting thing about this pin were the mods that were available, as you can see on the side, but there was also a turret that went on the back. It was kind of crazy looking. Now, this is one of the reasons we came to the show in the first place, and that was to see the Scooby Doo pin. Here's why. My brother Michael has actually pre-ordered this game. We're hoping to see it in the next few months. It's hard to say when it'll actually show up, but this pin is amazing. Spooky Pinball does a lot of the Rob Zombie stuff, so it's all kind of like Halloween and kind of kitschy type games that they put out. But this one in particular was just so well done. They brought in Matthew Lillard to play Shaggy, some of the traditional voices that you'll hear there, so it's really well put together. And man, what a blast. It had a lot of hidden shots. There were so many things about this game that were methodical. I mean, look at that top play field. It was so much fun. It really caught the theming of Scooby Doo so very well, that traditional original cartoon. Obviously the newer stuff is very different. This harkens back to that 60s and 70s look that we all remember from our childhood. Alien was available back in 2017 as they were trying to work out some bugs, and boy, was it a disaster before these guys got a hold of it. So here we are, we're 6 years later, and we have a design that absolutely works. There were no issues with it whatsoever, and I have to say, if you're a fan of this particular movie series, you're going to love this pinball because the call-outs are amazing, and just the design in general. They really pulled this thing together and put together a really nice looking pin. We definitely played Queen while we were there. It wasn't our favorite of the day, but it was a good game, and if you love the music, you'll absolutely enjoy this pin as well. Star Trek, my favorite. Star Trek Next Gen was a game that we used to play in college. Absolutely loved it. Now this Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, again, another Jersey Jack. They have changed the game by putting together pinball machines that are more than just the mechanical. They brought in a lot of call outs, the video, just a really nice example of what's happening in the pinball world. Now, as we move forward, you'll see a couple of others in here. The Big Lebowski right there on your left was one of the great games of 2017, and it's still super popular. Now, Fun Arcade, which is based just on, I believe, the east side of Dallas, is one of the main distributors for the area if you're looking to buy arcades. So whether you're looking for a pinball machine, or perhaps you want to put one of these Golden Tees or Big Buck Hunter or even a Guitar Hero, these guys are the ones you want to reach out to because they have one of the largest selections in the area when it comes to arcade games. Obviously, there's other companies that are available to you, but this one's right here in the Metroplex, and so you'd be supporting somebody who actually does business right here next to you. Now, I had a great time playing Big Buck Hunter. It's one of my favorite arcade games of all time. But this one in particular, they, obviously with it being new, everything was super accurate, which meant that I wasn't as accurate as I wanted to be. That's okay. I'm going to deal with it. As you can see, I did get a few kills in there. I wasn't the worst player in the world, but we just had a really good time. And boy, I have to say, the gentleman to your left there, he was helping me through this process because I was struggling, and he knew what he was doing. All right, we're moving to our favorite game of the show, 007 by Stern. They had several cabinets, the Dr. No cabinet, You Only Live Twice cabinet, and I have to say this series in general is my favorite. I'm not going to talk over it, just enjoy this incredible game.
That's it. What do we think of Dr. No? All right. Dr. No was awesome. It was really good. That was a good one. Let's go over this one. Dr. No.
Our final pin of the day was The Simpsons. Now this was built in 2007, but they brought it out of an archive. So this is an actually brand new pinball machine that they pulled out. They changed out the lighting. They did some mods to it, put a color DMD on the front of it, and it played like a dream. Gave it away on Sunday You could buy raffle tickets to it, and I have to say, whoever ended up with this is going to end up with a really, really happy person, because it was perfect. There wasn't anything that wasn't right on this particular pin, and for it to be roughly 15 years old and just lights out. So very, very cool. Loved it. Well, that is Texas Pinball Festival in a nutshell. Let's keep in mind that there were hundreds of games. Obviously, we couldn't show you every one of them, so we showed you a lot of the new ones that are available, and we enjoyed absolutely every moment that we were in there. I wish we could have stayed longer, but that's the breaks. Texas Pinball Festival actually runs a Friday, Saturday, and a partial Sunday. So if you really want to make a weekend of it, you come out, you get a hotel room, stay the night, and you can run from 10 a.m. till midnight, 2 nights, and then play on Sunday. If you have that much love for pinball, then definitely something you want to check out at the end of March. Now, if you're just interested in learning more about pinball, I would encourage you to go out to some of our local arcades. We have a video on Cidercade, and Cidercade's great because they have 15 to 20 pins and 2 locations. So if you're on the Dallas side, you can go to the original Cidercade in the Bishop Arts District, or if you're in the Fort Worth side, which we did the video on, that's close to TCU and Berry Street, and it just recently opened up in the last 8-9 months. I love the fact that you can go out and experience not just a digital creation, but a physical movement of a ball in this playfield. It's just something about being able to have hands-on and watch things move, and the physics of it, incredible. Now, Fort Worth and Dallas are absolutely full of events just like this. And what we bring to you guys is an opportunity to see what's going on in our fair city and why we love it so much. Now, we showed you the home in Flower Mound, and it is absolutely gorgeous and still available as of the end of March 2023. Now, if you have some interest in that particular home or in the neighborhood of Flower Mound, we would love to help you through that process. Remember, we have a team of people that are able to help you find the home that you need in the place that you want in the time frame that works best for you. So, whether you're looking to move to the area of Fort Worth or you're already here, we love seeing you guys and the comments that you give us about what you think of what we're showing. And if you like what we're producing, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. It helps us know, hey, this is something that people are interested in.